I absolutely forgot how peak Seven Deadly Sins is, honestly. I haven't watched it in a long time, probably since high school, and you just kind of forget how good the character building and everything is, you know? I used to have like so many complaints about so many shows, so many little things, I guess, in life, you know? Oh, well, like this is bad, that's bad. What makes these things bad, though, you know? And it's kind of one of those things that I reflect on a lot of the time is why is it that there's so many things that I find bad, but then when I go and I revisit them, I'm like, yeah, it's actually not that bad, you know? It's actually pretty good. Or, you know, it's pretty decent. And it seems that that happens a lot. Like maybe I was manipulating myself or tricking myself almost into believing that, especially when it comes to anime or TV shows, that they were bad. Where now going back and watching them or trying new foods or whatever it is, you just realize that, man, you just change a lot, like growing up over the years, you know. And I guess that's mainly what this video is about: is how come over the years, you know, nobody ever says, hey, why don't you go back and try that thing? Why don't you ever go back and do this? Why don't you ever go back and do that thing again? Because you never know when you'll end up liking something that you hated before, you know? Especially when it comes to foods or TV or whatever it is, uh, just tends to happen a lot. Now, there's things that I've grown to completely dislike. 100% there is. I mean, I've really grown to like dislike olives, for example. Plain olives on nothing, like literally just eaten by themselves, I think is probably one of the most miserable food experiences you can have in your entire life. But like sardines, a lot of fish, stuff like that. Like I love that stuff now. I really, really do. And to anybody out there who maybe struggles with, maybe you're a picky eater or you're a little bit indecisive, you know, try going back and maybe trying some of the old stuff that you didn't like before. I'm not saying you got to have a big helping of it, you know, like get a pound of it or something like that. But you never know what you're going to like and what you're not going to like going into the future. And, you know, I'll say for me personally, I was a little bit blessed under the way where like I was always taught to try new things and to try to enjoy different aspects in life just in general. And I'm very blessed in that way. But I also know that there's a lot of people around me personally who refuse to try anything. I mean, they haven't had some in years and will refuse to try it, you know? So that's what I would say for my advice today. Is just kind of what I wanted to talk about is that it is okay to go back on who you are. You know, it's okay to not like things just in general, but it's also okay to not be afraid to maybe try those things again and to figure out that you do like them, whether that's foods or shows or maybe, you know, maybe it's like dancing or something like that. Like, you know, maybe you hated dancing, but maybe if you try it now, you'll like dancing. Who knows? But it's just so wacky to me that humans basically get so set in their ways that you will go, oh, at the age of 5, I really hate ketchup, and then like for the rest of your life, like ketchup is just a no go, like ever again. Like, and I don't mean like, oh, well, like you continue to try it and then you dislike it. Okay, that's different, you know. But I'm talking about like you genuinely tried it one time when you were like 5 years old and you hated it, so you decided to hate it for the rest of your entire lifetime. You never know the things that you'll end up liking. I mean, my brother is a very, very picky eater. He refused to eat so much stuff, you know. But he's gone back and he's tried a couple things I didn't like from when we were younger, like ketchup, for example. And now he doesn't eat ketchup a lot, but he no longer will like not eat something if ketchup touched it, essentially, you know. So he's grown to the point where like he can eat stuff that has ketchup on it without like gagging now, you know. And I think that's a pretty big improvement because like you never know when stuff just isn't going to go your way, you know. So why not try to put yourself in a situation where even if it's not your favorite thing in the world, but like I said, whether it's food, dancing, TV shows, whatever it is, even if it's not your favorite thing, it's tolerable, you know? So it's just something I've kind of been thinking about a lot recently because there's so much things that I just didn't like when it came to like video games, making videos. I mean, man, even making these videos, right? Like I was so stuck on like, oh, my video's got to be perfect. I have to have the perfect lighting. I got to have the perfect tone of voice. I got to have the perfect talking. It's like, man, and I was just wrong, you know? Like this channel has been going so crazy of me just being me and stuff just kind of happening the way that it's supposed to happen. But that was just some thoughts I was thinking the thought of the funk about today. So yeah, don't be afraid to try new things or to go back and try things that maybe you didn't like in the past. You never know what uh, your heart will end up desiring, I guess you could say. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace.